Seniors, stop. Before you slide that next item into the fridge, you might be making a mistake that's costing you flavor, nutrition, and even your health. Believe it or not, your refrigerator could be ruining some of your favorite foods, and you don't even know it. From common kitchen staples to everyday snacks, these 9 foods should never be refrigerated. Ever. Stick around, because number 3 is a mistake almost everyone over 60 makes, and it could be affecting your digestion, your wallet, and your well-being. Let's uncover the fridge facts they don't teach you in cooking class. 1. Tomatoes. Tomatoes may be one of the most misunderstood foods when it comes to refrigeration. According to a study by the University of Florida, storing tomatoes in the fridge significantly reduces their flavor and texture due to the breakdown of aroma compounds. When tomatoes are stored below 55 degrees Fahrenheit 13 degrees Celsius, their natural ripening enzymes are inhibited, which means they stop developing their full flavor profile. This results in bland tasting, mealy textured fruit that lacks the robust tang you expect from a fresh tomato. For seniors, this is especially important because flavor loss can lead to reduced appetite, which already becomes a concern with age. Beyond taste, refrigeration can impact the nutritional value of tomatoes. Particularly their lycopene content, a powerful antioxidant known to protect the heart and reduce the risk of certain cancers. Lycopene synthesis continues after harvest as the tomato ripens, but only at room temperature. Seniors already need enhanced antioxidant intake to combat age-related oxidative stress, and cold storing your tomatoes may cut off that benefit. The best way to store them? Keep them on your countertop in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight, especially if they are not fully ripe yet. This will ensure maximum taste, texture, and nutritional retention. 2. Bread. For many seniors, storing bread in the fridge seems like a smart way to prevent mold, but it actually does the opposite of what you'd expect. According to the Institute of Food Technologists, refrigeration causes bread to stale faster due to a process called retrogradation, where the starch molecules crystallize and harden. This affects not only the texture but also how well your digestive system can process it. Seniors with sensitive gums, dentures, or chewing difficulties will find refrigerated bread becomes dry, chewy, and harder to eat, potentially increasing the risk of choking or digestive discomfort. Additionally, some whole grain and fortified breads are excellent sources of B vitamins, iron, and fiber, all essential nutrients for healthy aging. But the hardening of bread starches in the fridge may interfere with how easily the digestive enzymes can break them down. Moreover, if you're refrigerating gluten-free or low-sodium breads, which many seniors use to manage blood pressure and digestive issues, the moisture loss can render them virtually inedible. Instead, keep bread in a cool, dark pantry, and for long-term storage, freeze it and toast slices as needed. This method maintains both freshness and nutrition without compromising the bread's health benefits. 3. Onions. Onions are another household staple that should never see the inside of a refrigerator. When stored in cold, humid environments like a fridge, onions tend to become soft, develop mold, and release moisture that can affect nearby food items. According to the USDA, refrigeration accelerates the breakdown of sulfur compounds in onions, which not only affects taste but also leads to unpleasant odors and a mushy texture. These sulfur compounds are essential for their anti-inflammatory and antibacterial benefits, especially vital for seniors who are prone to infections and inflammation-related chronic diseases like arthritis. In fact, sulfur-rich foods like onions are known to support liver detoxification and heart health, making them particularly beneficial for people over 60. However, once refrigerated, these compounds degrade more quickly, diminishing their protective health effects. Moreover, the damp conditions in the fridge encourage sprouting and bacterial growth, which may be hazardous to seniors with weaker immune systems. The best way to store onions is in a well-ventilated mesh bag in a dry, cool, dark place. For honey, many seniors refrigerate honey thinking it will preserve it longer, but this is a common mistake. Refrigerating honey causes it to crystallize, making it grainy, thick, and hard to use. The National Honey Board confirms that honey is one of the few natural foods that doesn't spoil. It has natural antimicrobial properties due to its low water content and high acidity, making it shelf-stable indefinitely when stored properly. When placed in the fridge, honey's sugar molecules align and solidify, but this doesn't mean it's spoiled, it's just been improperly stored. Even more important for seniors, honey's antioxidant and antimicrobial properties are best preserved at room temperature. Some studies show that raw honey can soothe sore throats, help reduce cough symptoms, and even support wound healing, all highly beneficial for older adults with compromised immune systems. Crystallized honey is harder to digest and use, particularly for seniors with arthritis or tremors in their hands. 5. Potatoes. Refrigerating potatoes may seem like a smart way to extend shelf life, but it actually has dangerous implications, especially for seniors. When potatoes are exposed to cold temperatures, the starches begin to convert into sugars through a process called cold-induced sweetening. While this might sound harmless, it leads to the formation of acrylamide, a potentially cancer-causing chemical, when the potatoes are cooked, particularly when fried or roasted at high temperatures. The Food Standards Agency, UK, warns that acrylamide has been linked to nerve damage and increased cancer risk, making it a serious concern for older adults. Additionally, cold temperatures can alter the texture and flavor of potatoes, making them unpleasantly sweet and grainy. Seniors with blood sugar concerns, like those managing type 2 diabetes, should be particularly cautious, since these converted sugars can cause unexpected glucose spikes. 6. Bananas. Bananas are a go-to snack for seniors because they're soft, easy to digest, and rich in potassium, which supports heart health and muscle function. But placing them in the fridge halts the ripening process and causes the peel to turn brown or gray. More critically, refrigeration interferes with the fruit's natural enzyme activity, which not only affects taste but also its nutrient bioavailability. The USDA confirms that cold storage disrupts the formation of dopamine, serotonin precursors, and vitamin C levels, nutrients that are especially important for mood regulation and immunity in older adults. In fact, underripe bananas placed in the fridge may never fully ripen. This results in a bland, chalky texture and diminished sugar conversion, which seniors may find hard to digest. Additionally, the loss of aroma and sweetness can be a problem for elderly individuals who already experience a dulling of the taste buds with age. 7. Garlic. Garlic is celebrated for its powerful health benefits, especially for seniors. It's known to lower blood pressure, boost the immune system, and fight inflammation. However, storing garlic in the refrigerator can lead to premature sprouting, mold growth, and significant loss of its health-promoting compounds, especially allicin, the compound responsible for garlic's medicinal power. Cold and moist environments like refrigerators create the perfect conditions for garlic to sprout quickly. While sprouted garlic isn't necessarily toxic, its taste becomes bitter and its nutritional profile diminishes, making it less effective as a health remedy. 8. Coffee, ground or beans. Coffee is a daily ritual for many seniors, offering a warm, comforting start to the day and even some cognitive benefits. In fact, research shows that moderate coffee consumption can support brain health and reduce the risk of age-related cognitive decline. But many people mistakenly store their coffee, whether whole beans or ground, in the refrigerator, thinking it will stay fresher longer. In reality, the cold, moist environment of the fridge exposes coffee to condensation every time it's taken out. This leads to loss of flavor, aroma, and even the antioxidants that give coffee its brain-protecting edge. 9. Avocados. Avocados are one of the most nutrient-rich foods you can eat, especially beneficial for seniors. They're packed with monounsaturated fats, potassium, fiber, and antioxidants like lutein, which supports eye health. However, refrigerating avocados too early in the ripening process can halt the softening enzymes and prevent them from reaching their creamy, nutritious potential. Unripe avocados stored in a fridge may stay hard for weeks and then suddenly become overripe or develop blackened, fibrous flesh inside.